This video is who are the best insurance companies for electricians. There's a lot of companies out there. It's hard to know who is good at insuring your business. This video is going to give you a guide on the best companies so you know who to choose from. Let's get into it. So here's the way I break this down. There are 3 different channels you can use to buy insurance. You can go online, you can go to direct writers, or you can go through independent agents. There are pros and cons to each. I'm going to go through each of them. So for online carriers, these would be places like Next or BiBerk. These are great if you are a small operation and you need something fast because you can go online, you can get a price, and you can do it super fast and be done, probably faster than any of the other channels. Now, the drawback is if you actually want to talk to somebody and get advice on what to buy, that's a little bit harder. Or if after the fact you actually need to file a claim and you need someone to advocate for you, probably not going to get a lot of support there. But if you're one person show and you just want to buy something and move on, this can be a great place to get what you need and move on. Now, for direct writers, these would be companies like State Farm or Federated or Erie. These companies, for the most part, the agents that represent them only represent one company. It's not always the case with, we'll say, Erie agents. Sometimes those agencies can have a number of different options for you, but for the most part, when you buy from these companies, that's the only option they're going to be able to present you. Now, they may have a lot of things that they can offer you. They may be able to offer you home and auto and umbrella and business auto and commercial liability and workers' comp. You may be able to use them as a one-stop shop. They may be friendly. They may be accessible. They may be the person that you go fishing or hunting or golf with. And that can be great. Now, the drawback of it would be if that one company can no longer help you or doesn't want to insure you or you outgrow them somehow, that agent may or may not have other options for you, which can be a real problem for you if you get into that situation. The third channel that you can use is the independent agent channel. Now, independent agencies come in all shapes and sizes, but the idea is that they represent a lot of different companies and are able to help you approach the marketplace and bring back a number of options for you to consider based on your specific needs. Now, agencies have all shapes and sizes. You may be working with someone like Marshall McLennan that has a desire to only work with businesses that pay more than $100,000 a year. Or you may be working with a small local business with 5 people in the shop. You have to figure out what works best for you. Now, the companies that work through independent agencies, let me list some of them off. Builders Mutual, Cincinnati Insurance, Selective Insurance, the Hartford, Donegal, Utica, Mutual Benefit, Travelers, Liberty. The reason insurance companies will prefer to work through independent agencies is they know that they cannot be the answer for everyone. And they also know that buyers have figured out that they are best suited in a lot of situations to have somebody that can give a lot of different options. So the brokerage ends up being the marketplace, and a lot of times instead of going direct to the consumer. So the pro of working with an independent agency is they can give you a lot of different options. The con is, they're not always as technologically astute as the online writers. They're maybe not as streamlined as the direct writers, but you get more options and you are going to have more flexibility in how you manage your renewals. Now, for your workers' compensation insurance, there are some companies that will write that all by itself. You have to be careful about that because if you have a claim on your workers' compensation insurance and that's the only policy you have with a company, they're going to be a lot quicker to non-renew you than if you have a lot of different pieces of business with them. But that said, sometimes it's the best thing for you to do. Here are some of the companies that will write workers' compensation insurance by itself. Accident Fund, the Hartford, Chesapeake, AmTrust, Liberty Mutual, and really it depends on how large you are. If you have a workers' compensation policy that is more than $50,000 a year, there's more companies. But if you're less than that, there's less companies. And that brings me to the end of this. If this was helpful and you want to talk to me about your program, my contact information is going to pop up here in just a minute. It's also going to be in the description. If you have questions, you just want to drop them in the comments, please go ahead and do that. If this was helpful, please hit like and subscribe. It helps other people like you find the content. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please go build something great.